Okay, hello dear friends, good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful night. And I had some previous painted background paper, not really a painting. It's just I tried to create some background and I got inspired, and then I let it dry, and then I lost track. What did I want to do? And now it's a time of recreation. Sometimes when there is a piece of white paper, you may have idea, but you may just quite intimidated by a perfect piece of pure white paper. So by creating some background, we'll create some story into this painting. So I was thinking the layer is that the painting has layers of color gradient from purplish pink until yellow. There is a gradient. So let me follow that color trend and make into layers of mountains. So at the beginning, I use this fan-shaped brush. But the result is actually not that good. So I start to use my Chinese painting brush, the very small outline brush, which is in my Etsy shop. If you are interested, so that it creates a very sharp stroke and edge. And then layer after layer, I put some water. I want to make it look misty, and then put another layer of mountain trees. And when you put trees, the tree itself, you want it to have some edge, right? So you first do the vertical line here and dry it up in some relatively dry, not totally dry, a little bit moist paper to do the vertical line or to do the tree trunk, and then a layer of water, so that the top of the vertical line, the top of the tree trunk, is clean and not crispy clean, but moisturely clean, and still misty, but the bottom of your tree trunk is this misty, right? And then another layer of water to clean it up so that it has an interesting color gradient. See? And then dry it up with your paper towel and put in the vertical line. And before I put vertical line, I put a layer of water, so that when I do my vertical line, when I do my tree trunk, the bottom of my tree trunk will melt into the watermark and create this misty and mountainy and layered effect. So keep on working with it, and when you need, add some water. When you need, dry it up. It's all very intuitive and spontaneous. You do not have a particular way. My way of doing may not be your way of doing, and my way of doing may be right, but may be totally not working for you. Find your own way of doing it. So the tree trunk, as you can see clearly, at the beginning it was it's just a horizontal line, and then later on you start to add some texture and add some taller tree, add some shorter tree to create something more interesting. Otherwise your tree will look always the same, and in nature the tree does not look always the same. And when you do When you dry your paper, intentionally dry your paper, some up, some down, some place has more color, some place has less color. This way you create a chiseled zigzag and not even mountain layer. If you see the mountain, no mountain is exactly the horizontal layer. Horizontal. Yes, no mountain is completely flat horizontal layer. There will be some up and down, some up and down, like hill, or like this very chiseled, very, very sharp edge. Anyway, think about your mountain, think about something make you interesting, make your painting more fun, make your painting different, and do not be afraid of mistake, because you can always go back to fix it. You can clean it up, you can wash it, and you can add some water to clean up, you can add some color, and try to be different. So this one, I didn't put a layer of water at the bottom of these trees, and it looks the tree comes out of nowhere, right? It does not look good. So I add some water at this time, and I found it's interesting. At this time I add water, it creates a layer of relatively clean, like mountain edge, and make the painting more interesting. So the previous layers, the method is uniformly 1 or 2 or 3 layers are the same with a lot of water. And this one, the last layer without that much water. So this creates something different. When you do painting, one important thing is that you want to do something different. If everyone different, you make something uniform, then the uniformity by itself in contrast with your difference is different. Make sense? It's all relative. If it is all uniform, then make something different. So the color are more or less all the same, so I add some color that is out of this normal color. And I find out of nowhere is a little bit rough or a little bit out of space, then I clean it up a little bit. So that's about it. This is a final result. And I hope I can share my experience and my feeling to share with you the joy of experimenting. Thank you very, very much. I love you. I really do. Do.